Hey, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? I just wanted to do a quick little video about the Nipsey Hussle thing. It's been about a little over a month since he was murdered, or you know, assassinated, or there's still a lot of questions about how or what, or is it true? Is this Eric Holder? Or it's a lot of there's a lot of questions still that they're not really giving us the answers to for whatever reason. But I was just kind of thinking, like I said, it's been a little over a month, and it's kind of already dying out. And I kind of felt like it would. We always get up in arms about things, and we want answers, and we want to, get out in the streets and protest and march and stuff like that. But after about a week or two, people just they give up. They walk away from it. They let it go. They don't even take the time to want those answers. Like how you feel in the first couple of days, you should keep that same energy until you get the answers that you deserve. And most people, they just kind of keep it moving. They don't take the time and energy to continue to fight and continue to press. And it's kind of sad to see, because I knew it would happen. I mean, we've seen it happen for years. Especially this day and age, where we'll see something happen. Someone catch cell phone footage of a cop doing something, and we'll march and protest for about a week, and then we'll just sweep it under the rug and let it go. Even though we know what happened, we can see what happened, we know it's injustice. We just we give up. We just let it go. And I don't understand why we do that as a people. But anyways, like I was saying, with the Nipsey thing, with the marathon continuing, you know, I kind of found it funny when when you look at your favorite artists out here today that are in the industry, and they kind of popped up around the time when Nipsey passed, and wanted to show some support. But it was just odd to me, because it's like Nipsey was the complete opposite of like the industry rapper. Like, we all know the story and how it works. Usually if you're a rapper or artist, you sign a deal, and you're pretty much signing your creativity away. Like, you're signing your individuality away. Like, you are now part of something that will dictate how you dress, what you can say, shows that you do, like parties that you're involved in and going to. It's like you can see the difference. And then it's like, it's just funny to me, because like Nipsey, like if you listen to Victory Lap, and I would suggest everybody listen to Victory Lap. It's a great album from start to finish. But if you listen to it, you really get a sense of what he was doing and how he felt about the industry, and how he, you know, differentiated himself from them, as owning his own music and making his own money, not working for a label who's basically taking the lion's share of the money, and you're getting, a cut of it. And, on top of that, not only are you getting a cut of the money, you're also controlled to the point where you do whatever they want you to do. Like, that's part of signing the deal. So it's like when you see these artists from the industry, and they come out and they put the marathon continues, and we got to pick up the ball and keep it moving, and it's like, he was doing something completely opposite of what you all are doing. And it's kind of hard to like take it serious and say, "Oh yeah, they really supported him," because in my mind, like the whole reason that he's not here is because he didn't conform to the industry. Like, I feel like that was a major part. And so it's just funny when you see these artists saying, "Oh, the marathon continues." Okay, so how? Because over time, I've seen a couple artists really show love and support, like mainly the game. Um, I know he's from LA. I know he probably rocked with Nipsey. I know he was considered, um, he was a part of the industry, I guess, at some point. But of all the other ones, he's the only one who seems to really get it to a point where he's trying to keep it alive, keep the energy alive that was that came with Nipsey Hussle. Like, if you really think about it, like you can't really compare what he was doing to what anyone else in the industry was doing, because like I said, when you're in the industry, your moves are controlled. Like, you can't just do what you want. Like, and I think that's very important that people understand, because we sit here and we support these artists that really could care less about our well-being and bettering the community as a whole. And Nipsey was about doing that. That's why I said it's like complete opposite. The marathon continues, but it can't continue in the industry. Like, it has to continue where it was, where it started, with people on the streets, with people around that circle, and those true pieces that he had put together. That's where it continues at. Like, I feel like these industry rappers use it for like attention, like clout, or like some kind of bringing some attention to what they're doing, their music. And it's to me, it's like, if you can't pick up on that, then that's a problem. Like, you have to really listen. Like I said, like if you listen to Nipsey's music, his interviews, what he was trying to do, you will see it was like over here. It was a complete opposite thing of what all these industry rappers are doing. So, um, I just think like the only way the marathon continues in any form, it has to be done outside of the industry. I don't think any of the your futures, your Drakes, all them, they weren't on that same wavelength. That's not what they were trying to do. That's not what they were thinking about at any point in time. Um, they just further destroy the community with their music. There's no positivity to it. And like I said, if you really want to show support, I feel like for Nipsey and his movement, then support his music. Support his music, and stop listening to these other artists that are just destroying your mentality. And listen to Victory Lap and other art and other albums that he's created, and you'll really pick up on a lot of gems that he placed in those albums. And yeah, I just felt like it was kind of important to put that out there, because I feel like nobody's really saying this. I don't see anybody putting this out there, this energy out there that's keeping this alive and keeping this moving in the right direction, because it's in danger of falling right back. Like I said, it's only been a month, and you can already see the energy is already going away from that. It's just we're so quick to let things go, even though we know there's more to it. There's more to the story. There's more that we're not being told. There's footage we're not being shown as to. And as this case goes along, I'll be really interested to see what comes of it. If Eric Holder even makes it if they say something happened to him in prison, or he was somebody got to him, who knows? I think it's just a very long drawn out thing. They want the public to just turn a blind eye to it and let it go. And I think we have to stay focused and stay strong and keep moving in the same way that we was the day after, 2 days after. That energy that people had has to still be there for months and months to come to really press forward. And I feel like people are already kind of letting that go and, just walking away from it. But, like I said, if the marathon truly continues, it continues with everyday people. It continues with that group that he was working with, his brother. It continues with the marathon store. It continues with his investment properties, buying up properties in his hood that he grew up in. I think that has to continue, and that's the only way that true growth can be made. And I think it's important that we don't get lost in the idea of these industry rappers, you know, playing like they, really are, with it. They're on the same train as Nipsey Hussle because I feel like he was going this way and they bunched over here, locked up in chains to do what their label allows them to do. So there's a huge difference. So I think you all should pay attention to that and hold your favorite artists accountable because if you really care about your own well-being and your family's well-being and the future of the community, then you have to stay vigilant.